Uh-oh.
Drum roll.
You know what time it is. Parlay time, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hold on, hold on. Oh, what's that? I'm getting a call. 1 second. Hello? Ma, turn the TV down. It's fucking parlay time, Ma. Ma, turn the fucking TV down. It's parlay time, Ma.
Ma, guess who's back? Dryer's back. Ma, check the dryer.
Ma, check the dryer. I have a $1 million parlay that is going to help you take your family out of the hood. That is 7,029x your money. This is the biggest parlay we've ever put together. I will see you guys on the moon, aka the money counter, aka with $1 billion onies in your pocket. Let's go. It's a green weekend, baby. Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of the Last Leg podcast powered by MBH Bets. Another beautiful week, another profitable week. What was I, 68%?
You were 68%. I was 70%. We absolutely crushed. You went on a crazy 7-8 game win streak and then just lost the last two at the end because Barca fucked up, obviously.
Yeah, I had a good Sunday. I had a really good Sunday.
Yeah, you always have good Sundays.
Yeah, my Fridays that always fuck me up. So this week I'm not betting.
You had a good Saturday that carried over into Sunday, and then the last game on Sunday, and then Monday
murked me. Yeah. Anyways, okay, guys, before we get into it, you know what to do. Please hit the subscribe button. If you follow us, you make money with us every single week, and we know you do because we are 3 weeks straight in profitability, almost 70% plus. So if you make money with us, hit the subscribe button. I'll give you a second to do that right now.
Don't forget, follow us on Instagram, Twitch. Everything.
Okay, but listen, subscribe first and foremost. Okay,
yeah,
hit the subscribe button. And guys, it's time. No?
It's time. It's your favorite time of the week, boys.
Bring us straight to it. We obviously had midweek UCL, which, definitely had some effect on the plays this week. And then also next week is UCL again, right? The second leg for a lot of these games. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of that stuff, how it's going to affect the games. But nonetheless, let's get straight to it. Of course, we always start with Friday. Friday, we have a couple games here. I'm really only betting on one of them. Sees you have a couple plays, but I'll start with the one that I am betting on. Guys, if you've been following us the last couple weeks, we've been absolutely dialed in on Serie B, the second division in Italy. There's two teams that we love to bet on. Cesar's team is Frosinone, which obviously I bet on as well. And then Venezia is the team that I've been absolutely hammering. But Friday, we have Frosinone versus Empoli. Frosinone at home. Second place against 11th. Again, in these types of leagues, you know how it goes down. The top teams, they're chasing to get back to the first division. Frosinone is the best home team in Serie B. So I love them on the money line at just over 2x your money. You're going to see in one of my plays, I have them on the money line. And then in one of my other plays later on, I have them double chance. So give me either one of those depending on the way you're building a parlay or if you're going for a straight bet. I love Frosinone money line. I also love Frosinone double chance.
Yeah, Frosinone money line at home to Empoli. I mean, Frosinone haven't played as many home games this season. This is, I believe, their 12th home game. They're looking to get the dub here. They've been absolutely dominant at home. The straight bet at now 2x. I got it at 1.9, but now it's at 2x. That's crazy value. That's an amazing straight solo bet for Friday just to get you nice and warmed up for the weekend. But if you're going to make a parlay, I would highly recommend double chance Frosinone. I don't think they're going to lose at home.
All right, moving on to the next game. We're in Ligue. We have Brest versus Marseille. Really weird situation. Brest not that good this season. They had a better season last year. And Marseille started great, and then they had this weird fall off, and they fired the Cherby, which was weird because if you talked about them 5 weeks ago, you would have been like,
yeah,
oh, the Cherby they're balling, and then they go and fire him. So I don't really know exactly what's going on there in terms of the club.
It was a mutual thing.
Yeah, but I'll show you a mutual thing. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those where you don't really know. It's hard to tell. The play I do like here, the odds are very low, but you'll see it in my Dreamer Parlay, is over 1.5 goals in this game. Marseille capable of scoring multiple on their own, but they are away. I do see Brest getting at least one. So I think over 1.5 total goals at 1.25 is very safe. Again, these are poverty odds. These are odds you're throwing into a Dreamer Parlay, but that's what I like here.
Yeah, Marseille, since losing out on the qualifying rounds for Champions League by a Benfica goal in the last minute. They got eliminated from that. Then they lost 5-0 to PSG. De Zerbi said, okay, I had enough, guys. I'm out of here. And they said, yeah, we don't need you anymore. Get out. They almost fired Benatia too, but they brought him back just to end the season, who was their sporting director.
Yeah.
And dude, over 2.5 has hit in their last 10 games in a row. That's over 2.5. So over 1.5 looks super nice there. And then, yeah, they basically lost the plot. They were second place fighting for first. Now they're fourth. Lyon now is ahead of them. So guys, over 2.5 here as a straight bet, I really like. But over 1.5 is the safest because goals, Marseille's just goals. They'll score 2, then they'll concede 2, which happened in the last 2 league games.
Yes.
So 1.5 is great for a parlay. 2.5 is great for a straight bet. Don't take the money line or double chance because they're unpredictable right now.
Oh, that was get a breath in there, bro. All right, moving on to the last game we have for Friday. We are going to the La Liga. We're going to Spain, okay, for Bilbao versus Elche. This is, initially I look at this. I made so much money betting Bilbao last season. Like, they were so fucking good. And then they had such a fall off this year. I don't really know why or how. But nonetheless, I do like Bilbao on the money line here at 1.65. They're at home. Should get the job done against a very weak Elche side. But on a safer play, of course, always going to give you the 2 options. The safer play here is over 1.5 total goals at 1.32. So that is the play you will see me taking in my Dreamer parlay. Give me over 1.5 in this game.
Yeah, so the context behind these plays, Bilbao are fighting for a European spot. They just sit outside of it. I believe they are in, 9th place, but only 4 points from 6th place, which is the last European spot. And Elche are the worst traveling team in La Liga. They are 0-4-7 on the road. Bilbao at home, they want to get the job done. They're not in any other competition, so they just want to finish off strong. And Bilbao moneyline is a great straight bet here too. I love that, 1.65. But over 1.5 at 1.32, like that's a really, really good value bet to throw into a parlay. So if you want to do a little Friday parlay, a safe one, you do double chance Frosinone, you do over 1.5 in Marseille, and you do over 1.5 in La Liga. Okay?
Okay. Moving on. We're going to Saturday. Okay. That is everything for Friday. There's more games, but again, the last thing you want to do is build a weekend long parlay and then have Friday kill it. So we're moving on to Saturday. First game we're looking at is in the Serie A, Juventus versus Como. I have a couple plays that I do like here. I like Como double chance here. They are coming off of a tough game. They're playing today on the day of recording against Milan midweek. And then they're going to Juve. But Juve has been having the worst luck with referees. 2 red cards in their last 2 games. One in the Champions League, one against Inter, which was rigged, in my opinion, very uncalled for. So I do like on a sprinkle Como double chance, but again, the safe play that I like here, you're going to hear this a lot this week, is over 1.5 goals at 1.35. Como scores. Como almost never is held to 0 goals, and then Juventus at home, you see them getting 1. So if you see Como scoring every single game, you see Juventus at home at least getting 1. Over 1.5 feels very, very safe at 1.35. You will see this in my plays later on. And then, Cesar, you have a shout for another play here.
Yeah, so first and foremost, if I were to take a side here, it would be double chance Como, just because the form Juve are in are horrible. They're in horrible form right now. Juve have only won once in February, and that was February 1st. And over 2.5 has hit in the last, I believe, what does it say here? Sorry, I like over 2.5 in this game because Juve have conceded 14 goals and scored 10 in just this month alone. So over 2.5 at double your money is really good odds. Again, guys, Como's very capable of scoring. I think Bremer came off injured against Galatasaray.
He did.
That opens up their defense. Kalulu's going to be out. So it's going to be an open game. Both teams are capable of scoring. As we know, Como love to attack. They don't care about defense. They'd rather lose 4-0 than win 1-0. So it is what it is. Over 1.5 is a safe bet here at 1.35. I love that. That's great value. That could hit in the first half. But over 2.5 is a solid straight bet for this game.
Okay, and then we move into the second game in Serie A that we have here, which is Lecce versus Inter. Again, there's not much to say here. We're talking about first place versus 17th place. Lecce is garbage. They're absolute garbage this season. They will be relegated, and Inter have won all 7 previous meetings here versus Lecce. So Inter, you're getting them over 1.4. You're getting them at 1.42 odds right now just because they are away. And yes, they have Champions League. They're playing today on the day of recording. We'll see how they do. I think they'll beat Bodo. We'll come back to see if that actually happened. So again, I think even if they have to rotate the squad against Lecce, their rotation squad will still beat Lecce. So I think this is a very safe play for the week, although I would love them to lose for my AC Milan, as you can see, to go gain some points on them. I see Inter getting the W here at 1.42.
Yeah, there's no world where I don't see Inter winning this game. Inter, like, even when Inzaghi was in charge and now under Kivu, they tend to have one lineup for Champions League and one lineup for the Serie A or for domestic competitions. So they're going to have a nice rotation midweek. They're traveling to Norway against Bodo this week, today, time of recording. And I think their guys are going to be fresh in the Serie A. They're first in the league. They have a few point gap ahead of Milan. So they're going to want to keep that and maintain and not bottle everything like they did last season. So I love Inter money line here. Early payout should hit in the first half. Yeah. Lecce are coming off a bizarre dub. Like super bizarre dub. It ruined us. Yeah. Bizarre dub. I think who did they beat? Cagliari? 2-0? Whatever. That's not going to happen against Inter. Yeah, like we said, Inter have won the last 7 games against Lecce, and this is first versus 17th. Guys, come on.
Yeah, don't think too hard about it. Okay, let's move on. We have a game in the Portuguese league, the Primeira League.
Liga Nos.
Liga Nos. Go for it. I have no play here.
This is the only game I really like in the Portuguese league this weekend. It's Braga versus Vitória Guimarães. This is 5th place versus 8th place. Braga coming off a 2-1 remontada loss against Gil Vicente, who are just above them in the league. But at home, I believe they get the job done. Vitória Guimarães haven't been that great. They haven't been that good against the top upper echelon of the league. So I think Braga moneyline, this is a great bounce back game for them. They're going to get the job done here. The team is healthy. They're at home. So Braga moneyline at 1.53 odds.
Okay, let's keep the ball rolling. Let's move to the EPL. Okay, guys, first and foremost, never go against Man City. Okay, Man City playing Newcastle. Man City at home to Newcastle in this fixture. Man City on fire, on absolute fire, in great form. I think this is the moment in the league where Arsenal either bottles it or doesn't. It's just all up to them because I don't see Man City losing really many games, if any games, moving forward this season. They have a crazy win against Liverpool. They're just doing their thing. They're crushing it. So I think the way I'm looking at this fixture, or more like the way I'm looking at Man City here, is they're going to go out and pretty much win 90% of the rest of their league matches. So it's just up on Arsenal. If Arsenal can keep winning or if they start dropping points, you're going to see a change here. You're going to see Man City win the league. So anyways, with that being said, give me Man City money line against Newcastle. I think you'll see goals here for sure. So there is an opportunity to go for over 1.5 or over 2.5 in this game. But I think Man City can easily go up 2-0 here. So give me Man City money line against Newcastle at 1.45.
Yeah, Man City money line at home at 1.45 odds. That's amazing value for any kind of home game against any mid to lower table team in the league. Fun fact here, Man City have not lost or drawn at home to the Magpies since October 29th, 2014.
Wow.
That is like a 12-year win streak at home against Newcastle. Guys, I'm not going against that. Man City money line at 1.45. The odds are going to drop before kickoff, so take that as soon as you can.
As soon as you can. Okay.
And Semenyo's been balling. Like, he was one of the best January signings. He's like 3rd top goal scorer in the league.
Bro, you can watch our episodes back months ago. We were betting on him shot on target when he was on Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Every single game. So he goes to City where they're way more offensive, way stronger, way better talent. He's getting fed the ball all day long. I don't know what the odds are, but take a Semenyo shot on target. Fuck it, just because you brought it up.
Exactly.
Okay, moving on. We have another game in the EPL. We have West Ham versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth. I don't give a shit. It's Bournemouth in my eyes. I don't have a play here, but I know you do. Cesar, go for it.
West Ham versus Bournemouth. Guys, the Hammers, a.k.a. West Ham, or West Ham, a.k.a. the Hammers, are unbeaten in their last 9 meetings with Bournemouth. They've been in good form, losing once in their last 7 games. Great value here at double chance West Ham or draw at 1.47 odds. That is absolutely great value. They made some crucial signings in the January transfer window. They signed Tati Castellanos from Lazio. He's been playing well. Bowen's been balling lately again. Nuno Espirito Santo has these guys cooking. So give me West Ham double chance at 1.47 odds.
Bang. All right. That's all we have for the EPL on Saturday. We're going to move to La Liga where we have Osasuna versus Real Madrid. Okay. Again, for me, this is one of those things where, yes, Madrid had a very feisty matchup against Benfica just yesterday. So it's going to be interesting, but they're coming home to play Benfica in the second leg of that Champions League bout. So, you know, you're getting really good odds here. You're actually getting Madrid money line right now away to Osasuna is 1.72. So actually when C's made these notes, it was 1.67. Today it actually rose to 1.72. I like it because as much as they're looking at UCL, they're still looking at the league. They've seen Barca bottle a few games, so they know it's like similar to what we were just talking about with Man City and Arsenal in the EPL. Barca is also, Real Madrid is also that team where now they're going to go out and fucking crush. They got Trent back. They got a couple guys. They lost some guys, but they got some guys back. Some guys in form. Mbappe, the season of his fucking life this year. So for me, those odds just from a value-based perspective are worth it. So give me Real Madrid money line at 1.72. I'm taking that all day against Osasuna. I don't care.
Yeah, Real Madrid money line at 1.72, especially against a team like Osasuna, who they're unbeaten against in 24 meetings. They won 18 of those games and only drawn 6. Guys, it's a no-brainer. Even if they rotate their squad a bit with Gonzalo Garcia up top and they rest Mbappe, it doesn't matter. They're still going to get the job done because they're in first by I think 2 points, in the league.
Yeah.
So they can make a gap here. They can get it done and just keep controlling their path to the domestic title.
Okay, moving on. We have another game in Spain that I don't have a play for, but you do, so go for it.
This is a weird one because, bro, Atletico's been so bad in the
Oh,
league.
I hate them, bro.
But then in cup games, they score 4 or 5 goals and destroy teams.
I hate
They'll
them.
beat the same team 5-0, Real Betis in the Copa. And then in the league, the next game they play them, they lose 1-0 at home.
Hate them.
Clearly, Simeone's thinking, guys, we're in 3rd place, we're 4th place. We're going to guarantee this spot in the league. As long as we don't lose any more games, let's focus on the cup competitions. I like both teams to score here at 1.95. Atletico are 5 games due. At the time of recording, they also played today, I believe, in the Champions League against Bruges. So depending on how that game goes, that might just nullify the both teams to score for this weekend. But if it doesn't happen today, then there'll be 6 games.
6 games, yeah.
6 games due. So that'll be really good value, especially at 1.95 odds. Basically double your money. And then what else is here that I have? And then, so there was a fact. I believe Espanyol haven't lost to Atletico in their last, I think, 9 meetings. They're in shit form right now, but based off of that, a nice little value play here is Espanyol plus 1.5 Asian handicap. That means to lose by less than 1 goal. If they lose by 2, then it's done. Or if they win the game, you're good. If they tie the game, you're good. That's at 1.62 odds for a plus 1.5 Asian handicap. That is great value, especially considering that they don't really care about the league anymore. They've pretty much solidified their spot in 3rd or 4th. Because the gap between them for the spot below them is 7 points, and then above, they're not going to finish 1st or 2nd. So those are 2 great options for the weekend, but be very wary of what happens today or yesterday if you're watching this between Bruges and Atletico.
Yes. Okay.
And that's it for La Liga, I believe.
Yeah, that is what we have there. Okay, we're going to move on to France. We have a game in Ligue 1 that we're looking at, which is Lens versus Monaco. Again, I'm not touching this game. You are, so go for it.
Lens are in first place, believe it or not, in Ligue 1 in a PSG-dominated league. And then Monaco are in 8th. They just lost to PSG in the Champions League yesterday after being up 2-0. Desiree Doué comes on in the first half and absolutely annihilates Monaco, thanks to a red card too. Appreciate that. We needed that for the G-Wagon challenge. Lens have scored 14 goals in their last 5 matches, while Monaco conceded 34 in their last 22 league games. Guys, Lens don't want to lose. They're on crazy form. They have nothing else to play for. Give me Lens money line at 1.7. Monaco are going to try their best. They're not going to care about this game. They're going to try their best to stay in the Champions League and beat PSG, especially since it's only a 1-goal deficit in that aggregate. So give me Lens money line at 1.7. Over 1.5 is a decent bet here too, but I'm going to take Lens and a straight bet at 1.7.
I like it. Okay, we're going to Turkey. We got 1 game in Turkey. Of course, you guys know who we're betting on. It's Galatasaray versus Konyaspor. Guys, Galatasaray away. Yes, this is a weekend game in between 2 Champions League bouts, but they just annihilated Juventus 5-2 at home.
Crazy.
So they're not going to give a fuck. They're going to go to Turin. They just can't lose by more than 2 goals. Essentially, 3 goals. They're going to be aggregates going to be tied. So, anyways, I don't think they're going to be too worried about losing in Turin, especially with them getting a red card. So many different angles, but nonetheless, away to Konyaspor. They can rotate their whole lineup and still win this game. The odds are 1.45. You got to ride that all day long. Let me just see if the odds have changed. 1.47 now. Yeah, give me a Gala money line at 1.47.
Yeah, Gala are thriving at the moment. They're on a crazy win streak. I think they won their last 5 in a row, and they're coming off a 5-2 annihilation of Juve in the Champions League. Their confidence is sky high. I don't think they'll rotate too much this weekend. Probably a bit. Maybe Osimhen gets benched, then Icardi starts. But regardless, Galatasaray moneyline at 1.47. You got to take that no matter what.
All right, moving to the Bundesliga where we have Cologne versus Hoffenheim. Guys, this is 12th versus 3rd place. Hoffenheim are on fire, not just this season, but more specifically this year. Okay? Cesar, you've been riding Hoffenheim this whole fucking year. You've been crushing with them. So I'm solely taking this pick off of what Uncle Cesar has been telling me and what I've been watching him do with this team. I'm going with Hoffenheim double chance, which is Hoffenheim or draw, okay, at 1.38. I see the value there. Cologne is not very good. They're decent at home, but Hoffenheim is having their best season, I think, ever. So they're not going to want to stop. They don't really have any other tournaments they're looking at. They're looking solely at the league, trying to finish as high as possible. They could see Champions League this year potentially. So I don't see them losing to Cologne. I think they can definitely get a dub here, but the safer play with them being away is double chance. So give me Hoffenheim or draw at 1.38.
Yeah, double chance Hoffenheim, especially at these odds, guys. Like, I might even take this as a straight bet.
Yeah.
Like, it's so nice. I would take it as a straight bet, maybe add over 1.5 because they score plenty of goals. But regardless, double chance Hoffenheim is beautiful, beautiful bet for this. Guys, Hoffenheim are 6-0-1 in 2026, and their only loss is to Bayern. And they lost to Bayern heavily, but they got a red card and they still were able to score against them.
Yeah.
So considering that, they're balling right now. They're going to want to finish top 3, get that Champions League money, get that Champions League spot. And they're probably going to flip a lot of their players. They have a whole Albanian contingent on that team. Crazy. But yeah, double chance Hoffenheim. I love this team right now. Double chance is the fucking bet here.
All right, moving on. We have a second game in Bundesliga. I'm not playing, but you are. Go for it.
Okay, guys, this is a very interesting game. This is Red Bull Leipzig versus Borussia Dortmund. Okay, guys, I like Red Bull Leipzig or draw at 1.44 odds. Dortmund are in second. Red Bull are in fifth. Red Bull haven't lost or drawn to Dortmund at home since May 13th, 2021, winning all the home games, okay? They lost once at home in that year, and then they just annihilated Dortmund at home since, okay? So double chance at those odds is great. Dortmund are also pretty much solidified in second place. They're going to be focused on their their away leg to Atalanta in the Champions League. They're up 2-0 in that fixture, but I have to go with history here. Double chance Leipzig at 1.44 odds. I love that. I'm going to take that. That might be in a parlay or two. I don't know if you guys are going to take it, but hey, I'm not going against history here.
Okay, and there's another game in Germany that you are taking that I'm not.
You always got to emphasize that you are taking that I am not.
No, I'm saying no. I'm not. I have no play for it. I don't want to just give them plays if I don't have it. I'm not taking it.
I'm trying to provide as much value for each
good.
league here.
It's good.
For the Mandems.
It's good. Run it.
From all the boys watching. So what do I have here? It is Union Berlin in 10th place versus 6th place Leverkusen. I like double chance Leverkusen here at 1.47 odds. They started the season off really bad, but they've been picking up form. They're one of the best forms in the league right now. Leverkusen are unbeaten in their last 10 games against Union Berlin. They are 8 points clear of Frankfurt in their final European spot, but they're 3 points off of a Champions League spot. So they're going to want to get as many points as possible and finish back in the Champions League and play again in the Champions League. So double chance Leverkusen at 1.47 odds. I'm taking that.
All right. Now I got to play for this one. Okay. We're going back to the Serie B, second division of Italy, where, guys, we have my team that I've been hammering all season, Venezia versus Pescara. This is first place versus last place. Not much to say here. Venezia not losing this game, not tying this game. Give me Venezia moneyline at 1.33. The title race is extremely close between them and Frosinone. It's 1 or 2 points. And, they're playing dead last. So they know this is a must-win game. Keep that first place spot locked in. Give me Venezia moneyline here.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I'm taking Venezia money line.
Money
line here as well. Venezia money line.
All right, moving on. We have the Scottish Premier, going back to the Scottish Premiership, where we have Hearts versus Falkirk. Give me Hearts money line. This is first versus sixth. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but there's only 12 teams in this league, so that's pretty much first versus exactly mid-table. Hearts are coming off a brutal game against Rangers, where they were actually winning at one point, 2-1.
Yeah.
And we were laughing because we had the sprinkle. We told everybody to sprinkle on Hearts, which I still think wasn't a bad play. But both teams scoring that game was clutch. So yeah, they're coming off a 4-2 loss to second place Rangers, who are chasing them for the league. They're still 2 points up on them. So they go back home after a brutal loss to Rangers to play Falkirk, who is mid-table. If you can get them at money line right now, the odds are 1.67. Beautiful. Take that all day. Hearts are not tying or losing this game. They will win.
Yeah, the straight bet here is Hearts money line all day at home in one of the craziest Scottish Premierships of all time.
Yeah,
it's been absolutely nuts and electric in that league. I love Hearts money line. A safer alternative here, guys, as we always like, is over 1.5 goals at 1.3 odds. That is fair value there. I think Hearts alone can score 2 goals. I'm not sure about Falkirk, but this is a Hearts dependent game, so just give me Hearts money line, and I'm going to throw over 1.5 in a bunch of parlays. Not a bunch, just a couple.
Okay, moving on. We're going to the Saudi Pro League. We've kind of stayed away from it recently because it's been really shaky. Players are moving, new signings. We want to kind of just see where the league goes. There's been a lot of movement. But this game we absolutely love. It's Al Hilal in first place versus Al Ittihad in sixth place. And where we just had, some big drama. Benzema went from Al Ittihad, made the transfer to Al Hilal, who are in first place. His first game, he scores a hat trick for them, right?
Yep.
So cooking, it is what it is. I'm going to go with Al Hilal money line at home to Al Ittihad. The odds are 1.62. I think there's a ton of value here. I think we see goals nonetheless because you're going to have that whole like Ittihad trying to be like, we don't need you, Benzema. But Benzema is Benzema and he's on the best team. They are like the Avengers of the Saudi Pro League. Al Hilal is going to be like, yeah, that's a cute, your little underdog story, but we're still going to fucking destroy you. So give me Al Hilal money line at 1.62. I love that. I think there's so much value in that play.
I think that's the best play for this match. I'm taking that Al Hilal money line, even double chance at one point like 2-2 just to throw in a parlay. But you can also take the goals here, but I'm just gonna stick to Al Hilal money line at 1.62. They're at home. They're first in the league. They're a few points above Al Nassr, and they're just gonna keep accumulating points and control their destiny. So give me Al Hilal money line, and don't be surprised if Benzema scores a hat trick against Al Ittihad too.
Facts. Okay. We're moving on, guys. Oh my God, it's fucking time. Okay, we've been waiting for this forever. If you watch this from anywhere in Europe, anywhere in Africa, South Africa, wherever you are, guys, the MLS is back. Major League Soccer is back. I know what you're gonna say. Oh shit, it's not real soccer, or that's not real football. It's shit. Da, da, da. And you're right, it isn't. But what it is a fucking league that gives you the best odds of all time. You'll get fucking first place versus dead last at double your money. So call it what you like, but at the end of the day, if you're a fucking bettor who bets on football or soccer or calcio, whatever you want to call it, this is the fucking league you've been waiting for. So we're going to teach you guys about MLS if you don't know about it already, okay? Obviously, first week, anything can happen, but there's a few games that I absolutely love. First one we're going to start with is San Diego versus Montreal, okay? You have San Diego who finished first in the Western Conference last season against Montreal who finished third last, okay? The talent gap here is astronomical, okay? San Diego could truly be a team that plays in Europe, okay? They have some incredible players, guys who came from Europe playing on their team. I'm taking San Diego money line at 1.5 all day. You're only getting those odds right now because it's first game of the season. If it wasn't first game of the season, these odds are more like 1.3, 1.27, 1.28. So cash in on this. This is a fucking straight bet if I've ever seen one. This, for me, are odds of the week.
Yeah, guys, if you're OG with MBH Bets, you know this is how we started the whole page.
Yeah.
It's betting on MLS games.
Yeah.
Flipped 1,000 to 100K betting on MLS in the League's Cup.
Yes.
Guys, MLS is back, baby.
Yes, let's go.
And you guys know San Diego was our team. Check the dryer.
Check the dryer.
Anders Dreyer, San Diego's talisman. Chiqui Lozano is gone. He's not on the team anymore. But guys, regardless, they're still balling. They're currently playing right now in the CONCACAF Champions League, and they just eliminated a Mexican team, Pumas.
Destroyed them
In the first leg. Took a 1-0 L at the second leg. We're still advancing. Probably going to win that competition. San Diego moneyline at home against a Montreal team who basically doesn't even care to exist anymore.
Yeah.
They made like no signings. Their owner only cares about Bologna, the Saputo group. Like they don't care. They're the most undervalued club in the MLS. They were worth the least. So
like pretty much if we hit the Dreamer parlay this week, we could buy them.
Yeah, we could buy them essentially. And we're not going to. And if we buy them, we're going to fold them and then that's it. So San Diego moneyline at 1.5, guys, that is like,
yeah, take that all day.
Take that all day. I'll put $2,000 on that just to return 1,000.
Take it and run.
That's gonna go down. They're nasty. Anders Dreyer is our guy. If you guys have been with us in the beginning, you know. If you're tuning in now, welcome to the MLS, baby.
Let's go. All right, that's our first MLS matchup. The second one we are looking at, or I'm looking at least, is Vancouver Whitecaps money line against Real Salt Lake. Vancouver at home. They were one of the best teams in the league last season. I believe they finished second in the Western Conference. They did actually tied on points with San Diego. Like they were balling. They did lose one of their best players in Ali Ahmed, who is a Canadian international, went to Norwich and is absolutely cooking in Norwich right now. They did lose him, but they are playing a Real Salt Lake team who finished bottom half of the table in MLS. I like it at home. I think you're getting those odds at 1.67 because it's first game of the season. It can be a little bit unpredictable, but I think there's enough value here that you'll see this in my Dreamer. Give me Vancouver Whitecaps money line in that game.
Yeah, this game I'm going to stay away from. Usually in the beginning of a new season, I like to give it like a couple of weeks just to see how teams are, how they're gelling, the run of form. Vancouver last year literally lost to Miami in the finals of the MLS Cup.
Yes.
So they were runners up in the league and in the playoffs. Great team, solid team. I don't know who they've kept, who they signed, but nonetheless, I think that's a great bet.
Thomas Muller.
Oh yeah, he's still there.
Thomas Muller.
Regardless, I'm going to stay away just from that this weekend. So
I'm looking at MLS in a different way this week. Again, it is pretty, I'm doing it in more of like a fun, spirited way, but I am looking at it differently where Cesar is correct in most ways where first game of a season, especially MLS, first couple of weeks, let things settle, see who are the top teams, see who are not going to be good that season. But the other way to look at it is you can get a lot of the top teams from the season before at very good odds because, again, the books are also saying, yeah, this could kind of go any way.
That's very true.
The third game I'm looking at here is Philadelphia Union away to DC United. You literally have first place in the Eastern Conference from last season versus dead last in the league. Okay, last season. So you're getting them at 2.25 on the money line. So over double your money. Yes, they are away, but they still kept majority of their players. They have a solid young core in Philadelphia, hence why they were so good. They actually won I forget what you call it. Like they were first because in MLS, there's Eastern Conference, Western Conference. They won the Supporter Shield.
Yeah.
So they finished first across both conferences. They had the most points against the team who was absolutely the worst across both conferences. So I think the risk there is the juice is worth the squeeze. Okay, so I'm taking Philadelphia Union money line against DC United at 2.25. You're gonna see it in my dreamer. I had to. The odds were just too nice.
Yeah, that's a great show. I would take that too if it was a little bit more deeper in the season. But for now, I'm going to stay away. One player to watch out for Philly is Kevin Sullivan. I believe he's 17 now. He made his debut at like 15 years old, 14 or 15 years old.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to start. His brother plays for the team too. As you said, they were the best team last year. They have the best academy. They developed the best players in the MLS.
Yes.
So that is a great show. Are they home or away that game?
They're away. That's why you're getting those odds.
Okay, yeah, guys. Take advantage of that if you can. Cook a nice little MLS parlay based off of his plays. And we have one more game.
Yeah, I don't really have a play for this, but you do, so run with it.
So we have two juggernauts of the MLS here. We have Los Angeles FC versus Inter Miami. I believe Messi is injured. He usually doesn't play at the beginning of the season to kind of rest him out a bit. It's still cold in a lot of these places. LA is obviously warm, but they're going to rest him to keep him healthy. So regardless, I think both teams to score and over 2.5 goals is a huge shout for this game. I think LAFC are capable of scoring 3 or 4 themselves in this matchup, and so is Inter Miami. So that is great value at 1.75 odds. Guys, you're going to see that this league is goals. Goals galore.
Yep.
Rarely ever will you see a clean sheet unless it's TFC just parking the bus and winning 1-0 or losing 1-0. So give me both teams to score over 1.5. Sorry, both teams to score in over 2.5 at 1.75 odds. This is a huge matchup. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be fun to watch, and it's later in the evening, so enjoy it. And that's it for MLS on Saturday.
Yeah, we're moving on to Sunday completely. The first game we have written down here is in Denmark. This is your play. So
I had this written down last week, but I was a little hesitant to bring it up. This is the team that I love from Denmark. They're called FC Midtjylland or Midtjylland. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to call them Midtjylland. So they are second place in the Danish Super League, and then Silkeborg, the team they're playing against, are 10th place. Midtjylland is 22-7-9 against this team, and they're on a 7-game unbeaten streak, winning 5, tying 2. Give me Midtjylland at 1.5 odds. They dominate this league. They are also in the Europa League, I believe, as well. They are a great team. They do really well. They have a great scouting system. Give me Midtjylland money line. Okay?
Bang.
That's it for Denmark.
Then we're moving on to Serie A, where we have a pretty sick matchup here. Atalanta at home to Napoli. Two teams that are like so up and down right now. You're going to see great results out of them, and you're going to see them lose. Like Atalanta just lost yesterday to Dortmund 2-0. You thought they'd at least get a goal, seeing as Dortmund was missing 2 of their starting 3 center backs, still couldn't score. And then Napoli, again, you're going to go see them win. You're going to see them lose. They're very wishy-washy. But what I do like here, nonetheless, is over 1.5 total goals in this game at 1.37. You're almost getting that 1.4 mark. That is a ton of value here. Napoli can score. Atalanta can score at home. Both of them, I think, will score. I actually think both teams to score here is a very good play as well. But I'm going with the safer option of over 1.5 total goals at 1.37 here.
Yeah, over 1.5 goals here is great value at 1.37. Napoli are 3rd. Atalanta are 6th. Both obviously in European contention spots. Napoli haven't kept a clean sheet in 7 matches, and they lead Serie A with conceding the most penalties in the league. So they have 8 pens, so maybe expect a penalty for Atalanta in this game. The fixture's dominated by goals. I think 11 have gone over 1.5 in their last 11 games head-to-head. So that's great value right there. That tells you right away. And also, I also like Napoli double chance at 1.57 odds. That's great value, considering that they're a feisty team that don't want to lose. Okay, they're still kind of in contention for the Serie A. Not really, but they also want to finish as high as possible so they can get Champions League as well. And they go to Champions League next year and do nothing.
Literally.
Just for the money. They just want to
Yeah.
qualify for the money and try to compete again for the Serie A. So double chance is great. Both teams to score is actually good. I don't know if you have the odds for that.
I can pull it up.
Those are really good. If 1.5 is at 1.37, I'm going to guess.
1.78.
Yeah, that's great value too.
Yeah,
That's
I like
a great
that.
straight bet, especially considering Napoli's away and they have conceded in their last 7, and Atalanta, are a great attacking team at home. But we like over 1.5. That's our main bet for this game.
Okay, moving on to the next game. My AC Milan, second place versus Parma, 12th place. Milan at home. The money line odds are obviously low, 1.35. Not too much explaining here. We say this every single week. Milan has nothing but the Serie A, the Italian league, to focus on. No other tournaments. Allegri's doing a good job of keeping the pressure off of his team. He keeps saying, yeah, we're in title contention, but not really. Like, Inter are the favorites. It's like he's doing the reverse psychology thing. The one thing I will say about it, and because I watch every single Milan game, is they tend to play down to their opponents when they're playing a shitty team. They'll go out and beat Napoli, Inter, Juve, but then they play Pisa, Cagliari, whoever, like a low Lecce, and they'll win 1-0, or
They'll concede first, then win.
yeah, then win. So you always got to be a little bit skeptical when they play these teams, but I still think nonetheless they will win this game. So give me Milan moneyline at 1.35. The other shout here that me and Cesar are going to talk about, guys,
Oh, mama.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek shot on target. I don't know how the books haven't caught on to this yet. Allegri has not been playing Pulisic, has not been playing Leao. He's been starting Loftus-Cheek as a striker for the past 4 or 5 games. His odds are actually, they've noticed it a little bit because generally his odds are over 2x for one shot on target. He scored last game, but he's a starting striker. So you're getting a starting striker for the last 4 or 5 games at over 2x, or in this case, 1.78. Give me Loftus-Cheek shot on target all day, dude. That's a straight bet.
Yeah, and what's great about that bet too is he's been starting consistently and been scoring and getting shots on target first and foremost. The odds are great, but what's cool if you have a sports book like Betano or even on Bet365 is that they have this thing called the golden sub. So let's say he plays the game, but he doesn't get a shot on target and he gets subbed off. He's most likely getting subbed on for either Pulisic or Leao, who are then most likely to get shots on target. So that carries on.
Yeah, so the book essentially, like Betano or Bet365, I'm sure there's other books, but those are the two that we know. If you bet on a guy for a shot on target and then he gets subbed off, that shot on target automatically transfers over to whoever he got subbed off for.
Whoever replaced him.
So pretty much you are guaranteed to have a potential chance to win for the full 90 minutes rather than before, where if your guy got subbed off, the bet was cooked, right? So I love that. I think that makes it even more valuable.
Yeah, that's a crazy. We're probably going to take that in the same game. Milan money line, Loftus-Cheek shot on target.
Yes.
Depends on the lineup. Allegri's been consistent with this lineup with him and Cuckoo up top.
Yep.
Which has been weird to me, but it's been working. So I love that. I don't know why Leao and Pulisic haven't been starting. Maybe they're dealing with some issues.
Pulisic is dealing with some injuries still.
Yeah.
Leao, I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything.
Leao off the bench is a great. It's a great to have because he's pacey. Those other two guys aren't really. They're more technical. Loftus-Cheek is like a box crasher and a tall presence in the box. So regardless, guys, Milan money line, Loftus-Cheek shot on target. You heard it here first. No one else is telling you to take Ruben Loftus-Cheek shot on target.
Find me one person who's saying that. Nobody is. Okay, we're moving on. Another game we have in Italy. The last one we have in Italy is Roma versus Cremonese. This is 4th versus 16th place. Cremonese is just skeef, dude. There's potential they keep dropping lower than 16th place, and Roma is in a position they are fighting for Champions League. They're in the last Champions League spot currently. So these are one of those fixtures where Gasparini's saying, guys, we can't fucking drop any points here against a Cremonese side. So give me Roma moneyline at 1.4 all freaking day. And they have Daniel Mullen, who sees was convincing me week in, week out, bet on shot on target. Finally, I bet on it. It hit. Fine, I'll give you that.
He's been cooking. He's been scoring for them since he joined in January. He's in contention for one of the best January transfers of this season.
Yeah.
Cremonese haven't won in 11 matches and scored once in their last 5. So goes to show you against Gasparini, I don't think they're going to get much done. Daniel Mullen's been on fire, like we said. His shot on target odds are already like shit. For him just to get 2 is 1.5, which he gets. Yeah. But I don't know if it's worth it.
Probably not worth the squeeze.
It's not worth the squeeze, but he's also their pen taker. But regardless, what is it? GA is 4.7. Oh yeah, so at 1.4 odds, take Roma money line at home. They want to finish as high as possible too to qualify for Champions League or Europa. They've been missing out on that. Like we said before, we don't think Roma or Milan are going to win the league, but these teams want to finish as high as possible to get the ball rolling for the future seasons that they have, because they both have solid teams.
Yeah, yeah.
And I believe that's it, right?
That's it there. We're going to go to the EPL, okay? We have one game in the EPL on Sunday that we absolutely love. I absolutely love this game. These are my odds of the week, guys. I am taking Liverpool money line against Forest, okay? This is 6th place versus 17th place. You have a team that is fighting to stay out of relegation, and you have a team that is fighting for a Champions League spot, which is truly still wide open, okay? I think this is where Liverpool starts to say, you know what, boys, we got to fucking win, okay? We need to win, and these are the games where they will not drop points. I still have faith in my Liverpool. I'm taking Liverpool money line at 1.82. Give me that all day, bro. I'm hammering that.
Yeah, Liverpool at these odds, like, you have to take, because now it's like do or die. Arne Slot has to be like, hey, guys, we got to win, because I'm not going to lose my job, first of all, and I want to make Champions League next year. Right now, they're out of all European spots, I believe. Or no, they're out of the Champions League. Yeah, they're 6th place.
They're in Europa.
They're in Europa, and they don't want to be in Europa. Liverpool in Europa, like, come on.
And didn't Forest just fire their coach again?
They just fired their coach again. I think it was Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
And they just hired Vitor Pereira, which is like, he's a stabilizer in the Premier League. If a team's like fighting relegation, they'll bring this guy in just to keep them above and then fire him next season and go through the same bullshit again. Guys, don't forget though, Forest beat Liverpool in Anfield this season 3-0. But that was when Liverpool were going through like a weird phase. They still are kind of, but they lost to better teams. They lost to City recently. That was whatever.
Yeah.
But Szoboszlai, however the fuck you pronounce his name. Szoboszlai, he's back. He's been their best player, to be honest.
Yeah, he had a red, but he's back now.
He's a free kick merchant. He's good for a shot on target if you want to take him. But Liverpool at these odds, guys, you have to take. There's no excuses. They need to win. Yeah. They need to just dust these teams. Too
juiced up. Okay, we're moving on to the last game in the EPL that we have for this weekend is Spurs versus Arsenal. Surprisingly, I'm not going to touch this game.
Okay, guys. I don't usually touch Spurs games, but I hate Spurs. I absolutely hate Spurs. Me too. This is 1st place Arsenal versus 16th Spurs in the North London derby. The value for Arsenal money line is great here at 1.6 odds. I'd hate to see this be like the beginning of the bottle against Spurs for Arsenal, but Spurs just sacked Thomas Frank, their coach that they hired at the beginning of the season, and they just appointed a guy who has absolutely nothing to show for, an Igor Tudor.
Yeah, he was Verona's coach. Verona's coach in Italy, which was like a shit team, and then Juve gave him a chance, which I never understood. And then
went to Marseille.
He got sacked there. Yeah, he's just getting cooked. This guy.
He was at Juve this season. He got hired last season to stabilize. They carried him on into this season. He did absolutely nothing. They were like not getting destroyed, but they weren't getting any. No, they were getting murked, and they fired him. And now they're bringing in. I guess because he's a stabilizer. Tottenham are at 16th place in the Premier League.
I know they're one spot out of 2019. They're 2 spots out of relegation.
2 spots out of relegation, but they're somehow the most profitable team in the EPL. I don't know how. I guess they just have good business guys, and they're in the Champions League. So the only way they can make Champions League is by winning the Champions League.
Yeah,
because there's no chance they're going to qualify for Europe at this point. They're just trying to not get relegated. So I like Arsenal money line here. I can't even pronounce money line.
Arsenal money line.
Well,
Arsenal money line. Bro, hey, bro, did you take the money line or no?
Okay, I like Arsenal to win here. That's it.
Bro, take the money line.
I'm not going to take them.
Boy, did you take the money line today?
Boy, no wonder people are asking, what's a money line?
Yeah, because they're money line. Okay, anyways, we're moving on to the last few games we have. We're going back to La Liga where we have Villarreal versus Valencia, guys. This is 3rd versus 15th. We've been betting on Villarreal all season, and you're getting them here at 1.7 against Valencia. A fucking skeef Valencia side. Give me that all day.
Villarreal money line, there's nothing else to say here. They're at home. They're 3rd place. They're going to get the job done. 1.7 odds. Take that shut up. See you later. Ciao.
Okay, then we're going to Ligue 1 where we have Strasbourg versus Lyon, 7th versus 3rd. 2 teams that fucking score goals. They fucking score goals, these teams.
They fucking score goals, man. You dumb.
We absolutely both love both teams to score in this game at 1.62. Their last 4 head-to-heads have had both teams to score between these 2 teams. Lyon have won the last 13 matches in a row. They're on fucking fire. I don't know how Paulo Fonseca couldn't do that at AC Milan, but he's doing it here at Lyon, so fine, good for him. And Lyon are 4 games due for a both teams to score, meaning they've had 4 games straight with no both teams to score. I think they do play in Europa this week, on Thursday, so that could change. But as of recording today, they're 4 games due, potentially 5 games due. So I think both teams to score here is a ton of value. Strasbourg scores goals. They are at home, and Lyon is not going to not score.
Yeah, this is a game where all I see is goals, and I don't see Lyon losing. So even double chance Lyon at 1.62 is a great shout here.
Yep.
Over 1.5 is solid. I believe at 1.29, close to 1.3.
Yep.
But both teams to score is probably the bet for this game because it's just gonna be goals back and forth probably, and Lyon's probably gonna outscore them. So that's all I gotta say.
Okay. And then one last game in the Bundesliga. You got this one here.
Last game of the Bundesliga, we got Heidenheim versus Stuttgart. Okay, this is last place versus 4th place. Heidenheim haven't kept a clean sheet in 25 matches. I think that's like their whole season, plus a couple DFB Pokal games, which is the German Cup. Regardless, I like Stuttgart money line here at 1.7 odds. That is a beautiful take for this game. Yes, they are away, but I think they get the job done here. They're also playing in Europe, but it's Europa League. They don't really care too much about it, and they want to finish as high as possible to qualify for Champions League. And they're gonna dust this Heidenheim team and send them back to the fucking Bundesliga 2. And that's it for all the plays this weekend, boys. You know what time it is?
Uh-oh.
Drum roll.
You know
Sisto,
what time
drum
it
roll.
is. Parlay time, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, what's I'm getting a call. 1 second. Hello? Ma, turn the TV down. It's fucking parlay time, Ma. Ma, turn the fucking TV down. It's parlay time, Ma.
Ma, guess who's back? Dryer's back. Ma, check the dryer.
Ma, check the dryer. All right, guys, before we get into it, we have to give a massive shout out to the family at Mint Inc., the biggest, the best in the hobby game. These guys are exploding, okay? Absolutely exploding. They always hook the boys up. Every box we rip from these guys, heat cooking, okay? We got patch autos, this, that, you name it. They got it. Johnny and the team there are absolutely the best. We love them, guys, for sports cards, TCG, memorabilia, you know, the Minix and the Funkos, things like that, collectibles. They are the go-to in the hobby. Cesar, what do we got for the boys here?
Guys, they have everything you need in terms of supplies. They can grade your cards for you. They'll take care of your cards for you. They'll let you know what's good, what's not. They're the absolute best. They sell slabs too. Guys, if you're shopping online, use code MBH5 to get a nice little discount from the boys, courtesy of Mint Inc. And guys, if you're shopping in person, head over to their store in Vaughan, head over to their new store in Ajax, and don't sleep on a store that they might be opening up in the near future somewhere else in Canada.
Let's get back to the episode. Woo! I have a $1 million parlay that is going to help you take your family out of the hood, okay? Out of the hood into the best place you've ever known. That's on the moon, okay? Guys, I have a 20-leg parlay that is 7,029x your money. This is the biggest parlay we've ever put together. Let's get into it. First off, we got Frosinone money line against Empoli in the Serie B. Moving on, we have over 1.5 total goals in Stade Brest versus Olympique Marseille. Then we have over 1.5 total goals in Bilbao versus Elche. Then we got another over 1.5 total goals in Juve versus Como. Give me Hoffenheim double chance against Cologne. Give me Hearts money line against Falkirk. Give me Inter money line against Lecce. Give me Galatasaray money line against Konyaspor. Give me Real Madrid money line against Osasuna. Give me Al Hilal money line against Al Ittihad. Give me Union Saint-Gilloise money line against Royal Antwerp. Give me Manchester City money line against Newcastle. Then we go to the MLS, baby, where I got the Vancouver Whitecaps money line against Real Salt Lake. Give me Philadelphia Union money line against DC United. Give me San Diego FC money line against Montreal. Give me over 1.5 total goals in Atalanta versus Napoli. Give me Liverpool money line against Nottingham Forest. Give me Roma money line against Cremonese. Give me both teams to score in Strasbourg versus Lyon. And guys, the 20th leg, the last leg, give me Villarreal money line against Valencia. Ladies and gentlemen, I am putting $150 to return $1,054,414.93. This is the $1 million parlay that we are going to cash and change your bloodline's trajectory. I will see you guys on the moon, aka the money counter, aka with $1 billion onies in your pocket. Let's go. It's a green weekend, baby. Let's go. And as you guys know, when we got the Dreamer, we got the baby Dreamer for the Fijulines, okay? I have an 11-leg parlay that is 59x your money. This one's safe, ladies and gentlemen. First leg is Frosinone, double chance to Empoli. Then I got over 1.5 total goals in Juventus versus Como. Give me Inter Milan money line against Lecce. Give me Galatasaray money line against Konyaspor. Give me Real Madrid money line against Osasuna. Give me Manchester City money line against Newcastle. Give me San Diego money line against Montreal. Give me over 1.5 total goals in Atalanta versus Napoli. Give me Liverpool money line against Nottingham Forest. Come on, you Reds. Give me Roma money line against Cremonese. And guys, the 11th leg, the last leg, give me over 1.5 total goals in Strasbourg versus Lyon. I'm putting $250 to return $14,754.56. This one isn't going to bring you generational wealth, but it's going to help you pay off your student debt. It's gonna help you give 10 G's to your ma. Say, ma, here's 10 G's courtesy of MBH Bets. Congratulations. I'll see you at the money counter. Let's go. And guys, if you want more Dreamer parlays just like this every single day, hit the link in our bio and download Audible. We post these types of plays daily. Our lotto plays, okay? Hit the link, download Audible. We'll see you there. We'll see you at the money counter. Let's go.
Guys, I got myself a little Dreamer. You know what it is. I'm trying my best here, guys, to get us into the fucking profit, trying to get us that one parlay away type of play, okay? You understand? I got an 18-leg, 214x parlay, and it starts off with double chance Frosinone on Friday against Empoli. I got over 1.5 goals between Stade Brest and Olympique de Marseille. I got Venezia money line against Pescara. I got over 1.5 goals in Hearts versus Falkirk. I got double chance RC Lens against Monaco. I got Inter Milano money line against Lecce. I also got double chance West Ham against AFC Bournemouth. And I also got Real Madrid money line against Osasuna. And I got double chance Al Hilal against Al Ittihad. Then I have Manchester City money line against Newcastle. I got over 1.5 goals between Atletico de Madrid against RCD Espanyol. And I also got San Diego, check the dryer, FC against Montreal. I have over 1.5 goals between Atalanta and Napoli. Double chance Liverpool against Nottingham Forest. AC Milano moneyline against Parma. AS Roma moneyline against Cremonese. Over 1.5 goals between Strasbourg and Olympique Lyonnais. Then I got double chance, the last leg. Double chance Villarreal against Valencia. Guys, I'm putting $50 to return $10,762. Okay, guys? This is going to put a nice little fucking emergency fund in your bank account, okay? Keep betting and you're going to keep hitting, guys. We're dreaming, okay? We're just one parlay away. Guys, this is my probable audible play of the weekend, okay? It is a 10-leg, 19.92x your money. Some of you guys were born that year, so good luck. And we start off with Venezia moneyline in the Serie B versus Pescara. We got Inter Milan moneyline against Lecce. We got double chance Al Hilal, Manchester City against Newcastle, San Diego against Montreal, over 1.5 goals between Atalanta and Napoli, double chance Liverpool, AC Milan money line, AS Roma money line, and then last but not least, once again, boys, double chance Villarreal against Valencia. Guys, $50 will return you a nice, comfortable, humble, steady $1,000 to your bankroll, okay? And guys, don't forget, hit the link in our bio to download Audible. We post plays like this daily, guys, okay? Ciao.
And just like that, another episode goes by, guys. Before we end it, please, you know what to do. You're tailing our plays. You're making money. Please just hit the subscribe button. 57% of you guys that are watching every single week are not subscribed. It would mean the world. Just click that little red button. Ding. Okay? And of course, we'll see you guys next week. We'll see you at the money counter. Let's make some money this week. Let's be profitable. Let's go.